Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning this morning. Today is Saturday. I'm here at the gym, ready to go inside to do my Saturday moderate cardio. And so I thought I'd get on here real quick and do a overview of a topic that I did a blog post on here a couple days ago. Those of you that follow me know that I like to do these blog posts, which are more specific on what I'm talking about when I'm doing a live Facebook. And today's topic is fatty liver versus belly fat. Guys, there's not enough talked about this. It is an issue. It is actually a major issue because the population here in the United States, a lot of the people don't realize they even have a fatty liver. None of the wellness coaches or health coaches or even the nutritionists or doctors are talking to people that are overweight, say 20, 25, 30, or 40 pounds overweight. Or for those of you that might be have been trying to lose that belly fat, you're over 40, and the belly fat is just getting more, worse and worse and worse as the months or years go on. And you're doing all the exercising and all the nutritional stuff that you think you're doing right, and that belly fat just is not coming off. And those of you that follow me know that I talk a lot about imbalanced hormones causing the slowness of you guys losing the belly fat. You've got to, of course, address the root cause, which is imbalanced hormones. But there's other factors that are involved in this, and probably one of the biggest one is fatty liver. Like I said, a lot of the health professionals don't talk enough about it. So I'm doing an overview of it. I have a blog post that I did. It's more specific with all the science. Go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, hit the description part of the YouTube, and the blog post will be there. You can go in there, click on it, and all the specifics about it, all the information on how you contract a fatty liver, how it causes you to slow your belly fat loss down, or from you losing belly fat, even though you're doing all the exercises in the world, even though you think you're eating clean. The issue most likely is you've got some stage of fatty liver. But what's sad is that most Americans don't even know they have it, and it's a very serious issue because it can lead into liver disease. Actually, a fatty liver is known as a non-alcoholic liver disease. It actually can lead into a full-blown liver disease, and then over a prolonged time, a lot of times it will lead into cancer and type 2 diabetes. So and the fatty liver, the one I'm talking about, is actually food driven. So what happens when somebody has a certain stage of a fatty liver, most of the time, if not all the time, it's due because of your diet. It's due because of your high carb or high sugar diet that is causing you to develop fatty liver. And as you continually eat that way, and especially when you get past the age of 40, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then when you decide to take health in your own hands and do something about it, you just don't feel good, you're overweight, you don't like the way you look, you're tired all the time. That's some of the issues. And so you decide to take your life in your own hand, or decide to take your life, your health, and you decide to do something about it. So you're going to do what? You're going to start finding all these different diets and lose the weight, and most of them don't work. Well, science is saying that, yeah, you can reverse a fatty liver. And by actually doing that, the byproduct is going to be losing that belly fat or that hip fat. And so what I've done is I've listed a bunch of different science case studies that actually shows how to do it. And it all goes back to what Emily and I preach all the time, is the 3 protocols that we have, and that's primal eating, which you guys know as a ketogenic diet, intermittent prolonged fasting when it's done right, and then hydrating with the uncontaminated and a highly antioxidant water known as hydrogen-rich water that has a very powerful antioxidant known as a molecular hydrogen H2. But science is out there, and for some reason the health professionals just aren't educating the public that you need to do other things in order to get the results you're looking for, and that one is going to be obviously the fatty liver we're talking about. That's going to sabotage your results. And also by getting your gut healthier, by changing your lifestyle, the way you eat and the time you're eating, it's also going to help your digestive tract and your gut, your good gut bacteria, which also plays a huge part. So there's not just one thing that's going to help you. There's a few things, and that's where a health coach comes in handy. One that understands the physiology of the body and knows what we're talking about as far as primal eating, which means a good higher fat dietary fat and moderate protein, is going to get the results you want. But I'm going to read you a couple of case study reports that shows you it's not coming from me. It's actually case studies. It's in the blog post when you go to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to take a couple of ones that you guys might recognize the university. And one of them is the Duke University. And the research, they did a research on certain, a group of people. And this is what they came up with. And this is kind of an explanation of what they found. Okay, first of all, they're explaining to you here, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is an increasingly common condition that may progress into full-blown liver disease. 6 months of a low-carb, and what I mean by the low-carb, I'm talking about our protocols, which means that 70% of your food is coming from a good dietary fat, 25% is coming from some type of pasture-raised, grass-fed, moderate amount of meat, lean meat, and fish. And then 5% is where they're saying is 5% is coming from a very low-carb diet, which means most all, if not all, your carbs should be coming from veggies. Okay, so what that means is that it's controlling the hormone that is considered your fat storage hormone and keeping that hormone at a base. So by eating this way, this is what Duke University found, that it led to, this is straight from the case study. Low carb diet led to significant weight loss and showed improvement of fatty liver disease. That's a real live case study from the Duke University. Here's another one. You guys might recognize this university. Harvard Medical School. Drop your fat weight, fatty liver decreases. Clinical. That's what, and that article shows by going on a low-fat diet. A low-carb diet, high fat or high good dietary fat. Also will drop your weight. As your weight is dropping, they've been seeing a decrease in the fatty liver. Here's one more. The Clinical Nutrition and Metabolic Care, that they're talking about how to reverse a fatty liver. A low-carb diet, which is known as, like I call it, primal eating, improved blood sugar. So it helped to drop the blood sugar. So those of you that have a fatty liver most likely have type 2 diabetes if you have a certain stage of fatty liver, which is food-induced or driven by high-carb sugars. But it said here that a low-carb diet, primal eating, improved blood sugar and improved a fatty liver. And so all the research that I have posted on that blog post, like I said, you can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry and subscribe to it. Go to this particular video, hit the description, and the blog post is there. When you read all the case studies, they all have something in common. That the fatty liver is driven by your diet, And the reason why you've got that fatty liver is because of the types of foods you're eating, very high carbs, lots of sugars, causing your insulin level to spike, and that's causing you to not be able to lose that belly fat or body fat or whatever you're trying to do. And so you got to really understand what the research is saying, understand the root cause of it, and then don't worry so much about losing that body fat. Just worry about the health aspect of getting your liver healthy, getting your gut healthy. And it really isn't that hard. Yes, you should hire a good coach that understands this so that you don't make the mistakes and waste time. But really, once you fully investigate it and research it and do it right, because most of the time when somebody says they failed on this particular type of diet, I've found that they're doing it wrong anyway. But anyway, once you get it figured out, it really is a lifestyle that's very simple, and you're not going to have that sugar or carbohydrate craving like you would think you have when you're going on intermittent or prolonged fasting. So guys, like I said, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, find this video, hit the description, and learn more about it. And understand that might be one of the major root causes, especially if you're over 40, and you just can't lose that belly fat or hip fat, or just can't lose that last few pounds because you are actually basically insulin resistant, and you're not controlling the hormone that is causing you to have difficulties. So guys, hope you saw some value in this. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Enjoy your day. Bye.